I'm fully aware of our financial situation, Mayor, but I can't just conjure up new clients out of thin air. Sammy, do me a solid and back me up on this. So yeah, we've got multiple choices here. No thanks, didn't take command to settle arguments. Really worth that hard up for cash. We need to stop talking and start doing something. And this is why you make commander, so I could break up fights and review financial reports. That one. I mean, that's exactly why I was made the commander, isn't it? Yep, darn right it is. It isn't like any of us wanted the job. Darius, could you walk us through the details of the trouble we're in? It might help you if you broke things down point by point. Okay, right. Point 1, Mayor's right, we're in debt. Every receivable we make technically belongs to the bank. Point 2, this corner of the frontier is a dead zone for mercenary work. They're our clients, but they're terrible. That's just a fact. And that's it, there's no other points. So, best case is how many jobs will it take to repay? And another option is, why not just refuse to pay? We can afford to throw our weight around. We've got battle mechs. Or we can just say, okay, we're in a bad spot. But what is the best case? How many do we need? Truthfully, can't even say. We're in a pretty deep hole. And from where I'm standing, I don't see a whole lot of daylight. The thing is, these banks, and I use that word loosely, loan sharks, they don't want us to pay off our loans. They'll do whatever they can to get away with to keep us on the hook. Hit us with fees, jack up interest rates, misfile paperwork. Trying to find us a way out of this, but it's going to take time. Fun people. Every day passes, we accumulate more debt. If we keep going this have been, we are screwed. So it's a valid question, this one. Why not refuse to pay? But the fact is their guns are bigger than our guns. That's what it boils down to. Yeah, it doesn't even bother giving me more text. Wouldn't be a very good idea. The banks wouldn't come after us themselves. They'd hire mercenaries, and you already know how hard up frontier mercs are for work. So, if we stiff the banks, we wind up dead or in debtor's prison. Out in the frontier, those are basically the same thing. So yeah, bad spot, what we're going to do. Darius. I don't see what else we can do, Sammy. I'm already serving up every legitimate contract I can find. Unless you're going to sidestep the mercenary review board entirely, we're basically out of options. We're in a lovely place. Go around the MRB? No thanks. Taking an undecided job is a great way to wind up with a knife in your back. But yeah, the fact is we did just get betrayed on a board certified contract. How much worse can it get? Plenty. What happened down there was an exception. With uncertified jobs, it's the rule. Remind me again why we don't just skip down and head for a nice corner of the periphery? Because the banks and the jump ship crews have an arrangement. Oh. So yeah, basically they also control the transport, which would let us actually try to leave. Until we pay up, they're going to keep us on a short leash, so we can't really go very far. So that's a good reason. Mayor's right, we need to start earning some real money, and we need to do it soon. It's only a matter of time before something breaks down. We can't be fixed with duct tape and good intentions. And then my origin lets me say, my family was killed in a jump seat accident. Deferred maintenance was identified as the cause. Yeah. Yeah, please don't skimp on the maintenance on the stuff that keeps us alive. It's scary me, gotta agree. Uncertified employers can be dangerous and all, but they ain't got nothing on entropy and neglect. So it's settled then. Darius will start to dig for contracts outside of the MRB system. Who knows? Maybe it'll work out for the best. It isn't like we've got all that much to lose. No, we have not. In the meantime, we need to find another paying job, and our prospects in the system have completely dried up. I recommend booking travel to a neighbouring system and seeing what the review board has for us. With any luck, we can find enough work to keep going until something better rolls in. So basically, life sucks, we're up to our eyes in debt, and it's a bad time to be a merc in this area. The banks are holding our jump ship access hostage until we repay our debts. For now, we can only go between Urkern and the nearby systems of Alloway, Bellerophon, and Detroit. Top priority needs to be finding work so we can raise cash. None of the contracts here are very good. Only viable one that can find has been picked out, and it helpfully includes travel fees as part of the deal. So come to the command center when I'm ready to review the next mission. The problem is we've got multiple mechs and multiple pilots out of action. So that doesn't sound too good, really. Let's be honest. Okay, now it shows us the ship. This is our ship. We've got Behemoth. I'm out of action for 19 days. Sorry, Behemoth's out of action for 19 days. I'm out of action for 53 flipping days. And financial report is due in 29 days. I'm going to be out of action for months. Jeez. That's not good. Okay, so in the stream we reached this part, right? We had a look around the mech bay a little bit, but apart from that we've not really done much here. So we need to have a look around and see what's going on. Navigation. And we've got the lady in here. It's Sumaya, or is it Samia? I'm not sure. We can also look at the star map. We can just mouse over them here, or we've got this handy little pop down here which tells us what's in this place. But the star map will show us the neighbouring space as soon as it loads, which loading times are present even here. So we've got the contract leading us to here. So we can see what's going on. They've got different attributes. Leopold's is a poor, primitive civilization, small population. There's not much here, but actually you can see all the active factions in the area as well. And this is where our contract is going to take us, to Bellerophon, which has more stuff in it, at least. So there is that. It'll cost us 30,012 days to get there, so, you know, time is money. And damaged mechs and stuff is money as well. Let's talk to Samir.
How can I help, Commander?
Ooh, we had voice. Does the decision we made about uncertified contacts satisfy your concerns? Won't be satisfied until our creditors have been paid and the loan sharks are off our backs. But this is a step in the right direction. I'm not blind to the risks that the contracts entail, by the way. I mean, I know what we're doing is dangerous, but it's the best chance we've got to dig ourselves out of this hole. My voice is really hurting. Ow. Question about navigation. Sure, ask away. I mean, it's kind of important that you understand what we're doing. So this is all tutorial stuff. I think I'll say that's it for now. And I'll come back and do all that later. Got to get back to it. Talk to you later. Okay. There's nothing else here, though. I mean, we might as well check in on the mech bay.
Commander.
And
Be with you in a second.
And I'll review all the tutorials, I think, after I stop recording. So let's have a look at the bays. Look at my poor mech. Oh, jeez. My poor Blackjack! No! Oh. It's also the no, we got 3 damaged mechs. The Vindicator was not that bad. It did not have all this done to it, but we need this stuff fixed. We can choose not to fix it, honestly. I mean, look at this. It's not been damaged, and yet it's lost all the stuff. Take 5 days and 10,000 evils. Okay, sure. Fix it. The spider only lost a little bit of leg plating, really. It's not that bad. So anyway, I should probably give you a quick overview. The mech bay lets us customize our mechs. We can break them apart and put them in storage. And while in storage, they don't require upkeep. While they're actually fitted, they require upkeep. Also, to bring a mech out of storage and into play, we have to pay to fix it and get it prepared, and we have to pay to install all the equipment and the armor and stuff like that. And to change the equipment, we also need to pay the stuff as well. I mean, oh, we need to refit this, not repair it? I mean, it's pretty badly damaged, but repairing is not an option, apparently. This is kind of worrying. We lost an entire arm. Why is repair not an option? Oh, we have to outright replace everything. Yeah, because we lost parts. It's no longer a repair job. It's literally a refit job to get this thing sorted out. So we can actually take advantage and modify the configuration at least a little bit, because we're having to pay to get all this sorted out anyway. So let's see. We could. What have we got? We've got some ammo. We've actually got a large laser in stock. Damage 40. We could mount that in there, I suppose. Which is a slight reduction of firepower. We've lost an AC-2 and a medium laser. In return, we've got a large laser. 42 out of 45 tons. Our heat efficiency is not that great, but you know, it's a thing. Then if I press confirm, the fact is we've dismounted these pieces because we don't have any spares to replace the things that was lost. Well, we've got a spare medium laser, I suppose. We've got that, so I could mount that laser there. We've lost one of the autocannons though. Do we have any heat sinks in stock? I do not. I want heat sinks. Oh, jeez. What happens if I press confirm? We're 2 tons underweight. Okay, so it tells me 28 days to fix it. $120,000. Destroyed components will be immediately removed and scrapped. Wow. Yeah, apparently getting your mech damaged is really bad because look at this. Remove destroyed component. Costs nothing, takes no time. The parts are just outright lost. This mech is in a very bad way. Jeez. I'm going to have to see about buying some replacement parts, actually. But yeah, that blackjack is in a very bad way. Right, okay. Let's go back to... Is that going to take me back? Oops, no, that's... No. Oh, no, it's all down there. Okay, so we can check the barracks, see our mech warrior list. But we know what we're going to find, which is 2 pilots out of action. At least. So, yep. I'm out of action.
What's up, boss?
And so is she. But this also shows the skill system. So we've got skill trees, and we spend experience to unlock points in it. And those points give us extra stuff, which we can use. And then the Leopold, we select the ship, then this is where the store is. We basically fly to the store and we can buy some more stuff. Like we get part of a mech, we can salvage parts of a mech, and when we have enough parts we can put together the entire mech or sell it for salvage and stuff like that. LRMs, ooh, we've got some close range things like flamers and machine guns and stuff like that. So we've got all sorts of additional options here. There's a lot of stuff, weapons that I know are in the game but are not available here. Like, we can't get a PPC here, for example, but we know the PPC in the game. We've got a mech that's equipped with one. We just can't do anything with it. And there's even a couple of partial mech salvages here. So if I really wanted to, I could buy the parts for some additional mechs. But what I really want, I think, is... You know, let's be boring. The AC-2, we can buy one of those for 55,000. And I think we need some heat sinks as well. And heat sinks are not available. Excellent. But yeah, we've also got small lasers, which, by the way, they're not an energy weapon slot. They're actually a small weapons slot thing. So they're a different thing. It's what was this? Yeah, support weapon rather than an outright weapon slot. So basically, you can get more stuff into these mechs if you really want to. But I don't think I can afford a lot of stuff. Like, I can buy the AC-2 for 55,000. But outright, it's going to take me time to fix the darn mech.
New weapon systems available.
So I've just bought an AC-2. I could also buy some small lasers, which could help. But you know what? For now, I'm not going to be adventurous. I'm actually going to just repair my blackjack to its pristine condition. And I'll decide on any refits later after I get a bit more experience in this game. So refit. AC-2 and 2 medium lasers lost. We've got a spare AC-2, so... And we've got spare mediums, so drag in... Oh, we've only got... No, we've got 2. Okay, never mind. It's because it reset the list. And we got the medium. And that brings it back up to its normal thing. And then that... And that will fix it back to its pre-battle condition. So, yeah. Or if I hadn't been willing to spend the money, we could have got a mech that was 2 tons underweight, and it would have had a large laser instead of the AC-2. Or we could have bought some additional support weapons, because this mech also has 2 slots for support weapons in the center torso, in the left and right torsos as well. And we could have added some more armor to it, things like that. But anyway, fixing this thing up will still take 28 days and $120,000 because replacing the components is really costly. Fine.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
This is going to take some time to do. But geez, that's all really bad. It's a bit of a struggle pushing on to record right now, but I will continue. We've only got 2 mechs available, but we are going to go and speak to Mr. Darius because he's got a contract for us.
You've got questions? I have answers.
Nope. Gotta run.
Catch you later, Commander.
I'm going to speak to you guys off cam, at least, and then I'll decide if I want to check you guys through this stuff, or you can let me know in the comments. Patrol. So here's what we got. Patrol. Pirate Lance operating on Bethel within a region we control. All local government operations are at risk as long as this lance is allowed to move unimpeded. Patrol the area, find the lance, and eliminate it. So find a military lance in a backwater like this should be no challenge at all, is what he says. Max pay, 190,000. Max salvage, 2 out of 10. Little bit of reputation. But this includes travel. However, we've got the option to includes travel fees to Belfont, but we've got negotiating room. We've been having, we heard you're a competent mercenary. We've been having trouble lately, and if you could resolve it for us, ensure you're well paid. If not, so be it. So, this faction I can't get reputation with. I think I need to speak to Darius. Running the company, I've got the question. I want to know what that's about before I try to do it. Outfits, finances. I need to know about mercenary contracts. Here we go. Outfits and analysis depend on the Mercenary Review Board for post-certified contracts working on reliable employers. I say reliable, but let's face it, most jobs come down to us doing the work that the rich and powerful can't be seen doing. Mercenaries are deniable assets. So yeah, we need to know a few things. What intel can I get? Good question. Employers give enough in to understand what we're fighting for and why. Some occasionally others, but by and large they want us to succeed. Because of this, we generally get enough intel to get the job done. It's not perfect, but it works well enough. Okay. Type of mission, take into account the climate conditions of the area. Finally, it's important to know what expected strength of the opposing force, or OP4. Well, vital even. Climate conditions, mission difficulty. Let's go back a second. That's not what I wanted. I want to know about negotiating. Yeah, there it is. One that says negotiate. But let's see. Can we withdraw? Great Heavy Merc isn't our fight. We're here to make money, not die for a cause. We can battle over contract negotiations at any time with no harm done. But once we deploy to a battlefield, it gets trickier. If things don't go sideways during a mission, you can still withdraw to save on repair bills and medbay time, but it may still cost us. If we withdraw before achieving any objectives, or destroying at least one enemy, the Mercenary Review Board will rule it as a bad faith withdrawal. Not only will we not get paid, we won't get any battlefield salvage either, plus our reputation will suffer, both with our employer and with the Mercenary Board. So basically, don't withdraw unless you absolutely have to. Withdraw after achieving objectives destroying this enemy, then the board will rule a good faith withdrawal. Our pay will still be reduced, but our reputation won't take a hit, and that's important for business. So basically, it comes a case of doing what we can. Anyway, how do I negotiate? Contract negotiation pretty straightforward in the periphery. It's all based on the gold triangle. Sea bills, salvage, reputation. Sea bills are the coin of the realm, so to speak. We use sea bills to pay for travel expenses, upkeep, salaries, repairs, refits, yada yada. We've already spent a bunch of our sea bills, actually. Salvage is part of our take 2. The more salvage we take from the battlefield, the fewer sea bills are deposited into our account. The fewer sea bills we ask for, the more salvage we can get. Now, you may want to make less money and less salvage in order to increase our reputation with the party offering the contract. Yeah, it'll cost us for now, but the investment could really pay off later down the road. Okay, so that's a good balancing act there. We've got a triangle of things. Why is salvage so important? Sea bills are like blood, salvage is like food for a mercenary company, or something like that. Don't really do analogies, let's leave that. Salvage is good, and here's why. Salvage lets you replace components you've lost or upgrade your mechs to better suit your combat tactics. And if you don't end up needing the salvage you get, you can always sell it off at the nearest store. Salvage rights are a time-honoured tradition in the mercenary trade, and figuring out who gets what at the end of engagement is a vital part of the business. In addition to steals, most contracts of salvage reflects a ratio of like 2 out of 10. The first number represents how many priority salvage items we get to handpick after a battle. The second number is the total amount of salvage we'll get, subject to the whims of our employer. You can negotiate salvage rights for every mission to accept, so keep that in mind. Okay, so that's what that means. Right. We can do a thing. That's enough. I'll check through all of this, as I said, later. Gotta run.
You know where to find
So, now I know what the numbers mean as I look at the contract. So, negotiate. Yeah. Okay, reputation is a non-issue, so I can increase the amount of salvage we get in return for reducing seal bills and vice versa. 47, 90. So if I give up like 87,000 sea bills, I'll get I get 4 more items, and one of which I'll be allowed to pick out of the salvage. So I'll be able to choose what I think is the most useful to me, and the rest will get sorted out. So yeah, accept.
By your command.
Fly. And now the timeline is advancing. Things are ticking down. Oop. And we've docked onto a jump ship. Okay. At least the Vindicator's fixed. There is that. But yeah, basically space travel is these massive ships that are jump capable, and then supporting vessels dock on and ride along for the trip, and then they get released and they go off somewhere else later. So yeah. Shakedown. Samir, Young, and Darius for Day's briefing. Day says, receive a message from the banks. Loan sharks. Yeah. People financing us. Considering rewriting the terms of our loans, it'll be easier to seize this ship if we miss a payment. As usual, they're only doing this because they believe we can't fight it in court. So we can sweet talk the banks, ignore the messages, and educate the banks about their mistakes. Sweet talk? I'll talk to them. After you record a response, you explain with much gravitas that you selected each of the banks for their prestige and reliability. You remind them of your impeccable payment history. You can conclude by expressing your desire for a long and fruitful financial relationship with them, hinting that you might seek additional loans when your current ones are paid in full. A few days later, the banks contact you and say their previous messages were sent in error and should be ignored. Your company has gained the following tags. Loan status fair. Fair enough. Well, they tried to pull a fast one. I kind of pulled one back, so haha. Make it easier for them to see my ship. Like I'm going to allow that. I mean, come on. Unfortunately, Behemoth is not going to be is out of action for longer than it'll take to get to my destination. We've arrived. Woo! New planet. Ready to proceed? No, not yet. Mainly because if we wait... Jeez. The problem is, I may have got my Vindicator back up. We just don't have any pilots. Enough pilots. We've only got the 4, haven't we? Oh no, we've got 3 right now. Because 2 are out of action. So we've got 3 pilots. And I think we've got... Yeah, we've got 4 mechs, 3 pilots. So let's check the hiring hall, see if there's actually a pilot available. Accessing this. Ongoing salary costs. I could...
Commander. Awaiting orders. Ready for orders.
18,000
Yes,
a month.
awaiting orders.
22,000 a month.
Yes, Commander.
Use often lease space on shared dropship and split the cost on the dropship passage among them. Life of commoner. Oh wait, no, these are backgrounds.
Yes, Commander. Commander?
Commander?
Hellfire knew what the things mean. Indirect fire. We don't have any indirect
Waiting for
fitted
orders.
mechs. Guts, maximum health of the mech warrior, reduces the penalty for weapons recoil, increases the threshold for heat that triggers overheated mode. So we've got two guys with 4, but they've kind of like got
Standing
reduced
by.
elsewhere in their
here.
abilities as well.
Aye, aye.
Chance to hit with ranged weaponry.
Good to go.
I guess the problem is lack of indirect fire weaponry. So I guess trigger, actually. A commoner is much the same throughout the periphery, where conflict and limited resources make hardscrabble existence for opportunities. And a pirate recruit. For those who dream of life as a spacer, the romantic images of space piracy can be a strong lure. The reality is dangerous, filthy, and impoverished. But yeah, she is our new one. Reputation, 10% price increase because of my reputation, or rather lack thereof, because of the price. Okay, let's hire her.
New mech warriors available.
Right. And I'd rather do that than wait an entire week before launching into the mission. So let's get our contracts sorted out. So right now we've got aggressive incursion, which is the one we came here to do. And we've actually got a maintenance base. Pirate force are going to assault the facility. We'd like you to garrison the base, and if attack comes, hold off the assault until our forces can arrive to relieve you. They know there's an attack. You don't time mercenaries a whim. They know there's an attack incoming. We're going to absorb it. Thankfully, all we need to do is hold out. Straightforward battle. Find a military lance in the backworld world should be no challenge at all. Okay. This is the one we were here to do.
What do you need?
Gotta run. I'm just hoping that
I'll see ya.
he could let me know, but apparently I just need to select the contract and just do it. So, contracts. Aggressive intrusion. We got paid for the travel. And it's a battle. And that's a defend base. Oh, it's polar though, so, you know, cooling would be better. Okay, negotiate with this one. And there, yeah, this should be absolutely fine. We'll leave it as stock, I think. We'll break my current contract. Hang on, what? So how do I access my current contract then? Oh, here we go. Button, a big button marked launch contract. Yeah, I didn't want to break that, especially since they paid for my travel fees. And it was in there, but it required a different negotiation. Right, the blackjack is out of action. Behemoth and me are out of action. So let's select the Shadowhawk, the Vindicator, the Spider, and of all things, the flipping Locust. No choice there. Glitch with multi-targeting and a lot of gunnery is gonna be... I'm gonna say keep Glitch on the Vindicator, actually that's her mech. Decker is our best pilot. Sprint distance, threshold for stability, maximum level of evasion points. So Decker on the Locust because that's really good. Medusa is also a really good pilot. So Medusa gets the Spider and Trigger gets the Shadowhawk. So our newbie gets the heaviest mech available in my command at this point.
Alright,
Okay,
it's time to do
we're actually
this.
launching our first contract.
Woo! Destroy the
We'll
pirate
see what we
lance.
will
have
be
no idea
seeing,
what the
and we
lance
will see
is,
what we
but
can
there
see
is
because we can see
something
it
there.
Also,
However,
black
we've
screen.
got
Kind of a very light lance of our own.
Initiated.
Got the commander right out in the open. Ooh. Guys, amateurs, get eyes on them and take them out. Good hunting, Commander. Oliveira out.
Who fights over a place like this?
It's a good question. Who even fights over a place like this? So we've got rough terrain, reduces movement speed and causes units to take extra stability damage. And it's also harder to hit units that are in melee. However, we don't know where the enemy really is, so... Mineral field. Ooh. Inferior target systems. Extra +4 difficulty hit units. Difficulty attacks made by units. So it's a penalty to hit and a penalty to shoot. If you're in a mineral field. That is actually interesting. I didn't know there was a one with such severe penalties in it. Still, we might as well try to take advantage while we're not sure where the enemy is.
Moving to position.
Because we've got 2 really light mechs, especially the our dinky little locusts, a laser and 2 machine guns.
We got
Jeez.
company.
Come on, Mech Warriors! It's go time!
And we've got a single enemy contact. Unknown vehicle.
Standing by.
Okay. Why have we got an unknown vehicle out here?
Coordinates received.
Is it really just as low as the vehicle? Am I too paranoid bringing this much force for a single vehicle? There's got to be more to it than this, right? It's a Scorpion tank. Fine, let's brace. I've got some LRM fire available, but not much. But there's got to be more to it than just... Yeah, oh yeah, there's another vehicle over there. 2 vehicles, really? Against 4 mechs. Why did they... Why? More importantly, why are they paying 100,000? This can't be it because it's giving me salvage rights. So... There's got to be more to it than this. There's got to be. I mean... Would you have a match, say... Send all of your toys! Go forth and blow up yon vehicles that can't do a thing to stop you.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't sound right at all, now does it? Okay, Trigger, you're the new girl. Can you actually fire at anything? You cannot. Oh, well, there's... Oh, look, no, it's 4 vehicles. They're multiplying.
Good to go.
Still, this terrain inhibition is actually getting
No
a
sweat.
bit of a problem. So just jump there, just to get out of it. And then just brace. Still, 4 vehicles though, that's still not very good. Oh look, we can actually see one of them now. Okay. Right,
Commander.
Little Miss Locust, where can you get to? You can't go anywhere, but you can
Ready for orders.
try and do things. So, if I move to there... Yeah, if I get my spider up to here, then that'll give me a commanding view of the area and let me shoot at one of the enemies. So what have we got? We've got just the striker.
This should be good.
Oh, they've actually got full armor. Ooh, okay. Those early missions are kind of misleading then, because it's like, hey, by the way, we are going to throw these weakened units at you. These guys are shoddy still, but they've still got, even shoddy, they've got much better armor than before. Hello there, tank. Oh, and the Locust was only able to knock the armor off. Oh, and the machine guns fire. Splat. Yeah.
Reporting. Vehicle
I'm
destroyed.
glad I've read that tip that tells me that support weapons fire after you engage in melee. Oh, and that hit the Locust in the face.
My armor's getting stripped off.
That's not very good, actually. Okay, let's move over here.
Coordinates received.
And we can try to do something about some of these enemies. So, multi-targeting. We've got a striker up on the ridge and a tank down here. The tank can go after the... can be hit with the LRMs, but the PPC can go after the one up on the ridge.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that'll do. And then you just get a little bit pummeled. Not too bad. You'll be okay.
What can I do for you?
And then lastly, we've got Trigger, who can also move up, be turned this way to ready to fire that one, but you can also add some more LRMs. I just don't have many LRM units. I need to try and fix that, actually.
Uh-huh.
Because I've only got light support launchers, and that's all. Destroy the pirate lights 50%. Really? 50%. How much salvage am I going to get from this, actually? That's kind of
Light
what I'm now wondering.
Holding firm. Standing by.
Seriously, how much salvage am I even going to get
Coordinates
from all this? Come on, Locust, show them what you can do.
Locked on for physical attack.
Hello. It's dead. And then you shoot the corpse anyway. Splat.
Reporting. One less vehicle.
Okay, right, Medusa. Okay, if you jump, you can actually get a good targeting on the enemy unit, whatever it is. And it is another striker. Okay, so it's another combat vehicle. And glancing it from a laser is just not good enough. Okay, so
Waiting for orders.
if I tell you to jump, yep, you can get clearance just to unload your weaponry in the general direction. And this might be it for this particular battle. Jeez.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Really? That didn't do the job?
I hear ya.
I am quite ashamed of you guys, actually.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Fine. We have to leave a puny little striker up to the Shadow Hawk, of all things.
Got it.
Bring in a 55-ton mech to smash a vehicle that's much, much lighter. A milk run as expected. Good work, Commander.
Mission successful.
I was expecting like an enemy mech or something to turn up, but nope. Nope, not at all. Mission successful. So, I guess that's a thing. That was easy. That was way too easy. Why did they pay me so much for so little work? Wait, I'm a mercenary. I shouldn't be complaining about that. Not really. Okay. Place our faith in the right mercenary company. We'll let you know if you have any other work. That was a thing. We got 5 points on the mercenary board. We got 103,000. Next up is the tab. We took some minor damage to our locust, I think it was. Actually, the locust seems to be at full health, so we're actually okay. Though the locust was having fun stepping on things, and how about the what? Oh, we can also pick the ammo as salvage as well. Okay, so we get to pick one item out of all this because that was our agreement, and then they'll give us another 5 items. Receive up to 5 additional. Oh, we might not even get the 5. I guess it depends on how many there actually is. We're not going to pick an ammo, obviously, but we can pick a new weapon out of here. Value. Luckily, it includes value, but as I mentioned, a lack of long-range missile systems. So I actually want the LRM, and as it happens, the LRM is actually worth more than the 85 anyway. But that said, I kind of want an 85 too. So that maybe, but the LRM-10 is also a maybe. Well, we don't have any specialized in LRM right now, so I think the AC5 might be more immediately useful, but I'm going to grab the LRM-10 because, you know, planning for the future. What else are you going to give us? Oh, you gave us some ammo, an AC5 anyway, another LRM-10, and a pair of SRM-6s. Thank you. Sure. We've got a lot of salvage there, actually. The salvage is actually worth, unless they've given us the ammo. But if they gave us the stuff instead. That's all pretty good. Oh, that actually went relatively painlessly, quite honestly. That was, wow. Medical points are generated each day and spent to heal injured mech warriors. Medical points apply to all injured mech warriors simultaneously. Wait a second. Medical points? Mech techs. Tech points generated each day and spent... Oh, this is auto-spending. Never mind. So that's okay. Behemoth's out of action for another 6 days. That's... I got a lot of stuff from that, actually. If I look in the mech bay, though, I think the Locust got a little bit dinged. If you look at the Locust, does it need some repairs? No, it was just a scratch, not even enough to register, apparently. So our little Locust is actually still full health. So, you know, that actually went really well before. Right, let's actually see if we can get us another contract. That went really well. Let's see, these guys... Aggressive intruders... Battle... Lance of Kenobi military units engaged in maneuvers in Belfast, reach of control. Aggressive acts of local government operations risk... Well, it's like half a skull risk. Straightforward battle, find a military, lance... So, same as before, actually. Aggressive intrusion. Base maintenance is we need to protect something that's a fair bit more salvage available. And then we've got Seek and Destroy, which is actually for a faction. But these are just from planetary government. This is actually from the Free Worlds League. This one. Straightforward battle, find the military lance and shoot it. And they're also offering what I think is fairly ludicrous pay for what's going on. Let's negotiate an aggressive intrusion. $192 for 02, 1416. Yeah, I think this is actually a decent split. Another 100,000 would be nice. Or if I go 1-4, maybe, but 1-6. It seems that salvage, though, goes for anything on the units. So vehicles, if we shoot the vehicles, we can salvage the weapons and ammo off the vehicles, which is good. For a while there, I thought that salvage only applied to the mechs, but no, it applies to anything in the battle space that gets blown up. So, good stuff. Well, here we go. Another Destroy Lance mission. So, we'll drop in and...
Interface initiated.
Got them commander right out in the open. Yeah, guys, I'll take them out. Good hunting. So this is the same mission basically, different place, I think. But let's see. Let's just move my heavier units along here.
On my way.
And what I'm really curious about here is
Bandit.
enemy contact, unknown units. I'm curious to see how, if it differs at all. Like, is this just going to be another lance of light vehicles or something? So yeah, I guess that's my big question. Is this going to be another lance of light vehicles?
Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
Enemy... Oh, no, it's different. We've got an enemy mech involved. Hello, Spider. So even this is... I just got randomly lucky, it turns out, and got... yeah, and it just happened to be light vehicles, really. Is there any kind of cover nearby? Not really. Rough terrain, stability damage, and what? That's really negative. It only defends against melee attacks, rough terrain. So instead, I suppose we should start to focus on this guy. I need to move like a 4, while preferably staying away from him in general. So let's go ahead and get close. Hello there. We've got one... Oh, we've only got 2 enemy contacts according to this combat list. There's one in the light category, and there's a medium mech somewhere as well. At least according to this. Not sure how much use that is actually, but hey, what can you do? Oh, that spider seems to have poor armor.
Ready for orders.
Okay, let's move up to here. And again, shoot. If we get lucky, we might be able to do something about grabbing this mech too. But I don't think I'm quite ready. Okay, let's just go ahead and launch shots. Nope, that hit in the leg. Yeah, I'm just going to have to gun it down and we'll see how this turns out. Ah, there's enemy vehicle. What? Oh, no, according to this now, there's actually 2 enemy units in the same category as my medium mechs.
Good to go. Waiting for orders.
That's not especially good, actually. There's 2
Don't need
units
to
in the
tell me
medium
twice.
category. They might be vehicles. They might be other mechs. But we've got 1 mech which is a slight difference from an enemy vehicle, I must admit. Okay. Fire? Oh, that doesn't look too good. Bye-bye. Oh. Oh, he's not happy with that, is he? Unknown vehicle right there as well. Scorpion tank.
What can I do for you?
Unfortunately, I can't really get a good spot over here, so we're going to shoot down from down here. And if we shoot at the spider, we can call a shot, try to do something, but we can try to go for the head, won't really do much, or we can try to blow out the torso. Not really. Let's see. Multi-target. Target 1, target 2. The LOM can go after the target 2. Everything else can go after target 1.
Uh-huh.
PPC missed. The laser didn't do much, and then the Scorpion can eat the missiles. Okay. Oh, nope, there's another unit over there. So that's actually 4. And something's got LRMs. Something over there has got LRMs.
Commander?
Let's see, we try to step on that Scorpion. The Scorpion's already a little bit damaged. So let's try and do that.
Moving out.
I'm not really good enough at this to try and do anything special. So let's do that. Oh, it didn't actually kill it. But the machine guns did because we exposed the structure. Haha.
Vehicle trashed.
And then I'm going to get my spider to just go ahead and step on the enemy spider.
Heading out.
Because, you know, it's going to kill it.
Putting my weight in.
And then we'll see how that works out. Side torso not dead. Oh. It's still going. Hello. And what are you doing then? You're trying to back off, but you've actually lost a leg, so you're struggling to move. Yeah, sucks to be you, buddy.
I hear ya.
Really, really, really sucks to be you. Right, if I just get my jump jet out, I can get far enough to actually shoot at something. Okay, that's good.
Time to fly.
I think I'm going to loose a... Oh, that's a Scorpion. Let's loose a PPC shot at the Scorpion tank. And we're going to lodge LRM fire straight at the enemy mech.
Line them up and I'll shoot them down, Commander.
Yeah, PPC is more than a match for a tank. And the LRMs will batter the Scorpion. Sorry, the Spider. They start with an S, in my defense. They do start with an S.
I read you, Commander.
While my Shadowhawk's going to move over, but we know that's a vehicle, so it's this time it turned out to be 3 vehicles and a mech. So that's pretty nice. It was just
Special delivery.
unfortunate. Did that do anything? No. It was just unfortunate that I happened to face 4 vehicles previously. So there can be mechs in these ones. Excellent news. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself over and over. That's a pretty good indication that it's time to stop recording this for now. I do need to stop and give my voice a chance to recover before we have extra. Well, the streams and things are later, so I do need to try and get things sorted out beforehand. Right, so let's see how he likes the locust. Hello. Headbutt. No damage. Machine guns. Jump jets lost. It's gained cover.
That hit something good.
What? Oh, it's still trying to move around. But yeah, he's kind of in a bad way.
Orders.
Okay, Medusa. Come on, we've got... Look how badly damaged that guy is. Hello! Oh, I see. Cover... It's saying cover because the cover helped.
You betcha.
Still, that enemy striker, I'm not going to let him get any more missiles out on me. So, target, and target, and fire. Oh, I forgot to tell the LRMs to go after the enemy mech. See?
Knocked out a vehicle.
Oh well,
Waiting
Trigger
on you,
can
Commander.
just keep on moving then. The enemy Shadow... No, why am I saying Shadowhawk? It's a spider! Get the mech straight, you idiot. Spider! The enemy spider is in a very bad way. And I'm going to be shooting it in the back, which isn't going to help either.
Alpha strike.
Oh, yep, there it goes.
Gotcha.
Sensor also gone. Pilot capacity. Milk run. Yep, these are actually really easy, so I'm guessing maybe skip these at least a little bit, unless something else happens to them. I'm going to have to think about that one as well. Oh dear. Okay, we got it. We got the funds. We were against a faction there. I should have stopped to realise. No damage taken. That was really easy. And we got per our salvage agreement. We can get a partial salvage on that spider. But there's also jump jets and MGs and all sorts of nonsense in here as well. But we get a spider part. If we get 3 of those, we can get a spider. As in a brand new spider. And it also doesn't give me any kind of value on it. But you know, let's go and ahead and get some mech salvage. Oh, that was worth 1 million. And then they gave me some random equipment as well. Sure, that's fine. So it's like 1 million C-bills worth in mech parts. Awesome. Okay. Well, we've got a thing. Right. Alright, everybody, gather around. After our last talk, I bit the bullet and started fishing around for uncertified contacts. And I repeat, might have caught us something. Ooh, who's the client? Unknown. She didn't ID herself in the message, but she claims to be a member of the Canopian elite. She says she's got a big job lined up, and she wants us for it. Us specifically. She called the commander out by name. Yeah, I guess the Bengs and name still means something out in the Magistry. I'd like to be a true boss, but I'm not sure I want to bet my life on it. Yeah, I wouldn't bet my life on that either, to be quite honest. You're saying this client isn't really a bounty hunter? Because I can list off about 5 different banks that would love to repossess the ship. We're shopping for unsigned contracts behind the review walls back, so hell no, I'm not certain. But for what it's worth, I can confirm that she's rich. She reached out to us with a priority HPG message, and those aren't cheap. Well, rich is good. I like rich. We meet this new mystery client, but that's all we'll do until we've heard her pitch. Yeah, let's play the voice of reason. That's fair, Commander. We need to follow up on this, but that doesn't mean we can't be cautious. A meeting is just a meeting. What's the worst that could happen? Our new client ventures out the airlock, and our corpses spend the rest of forever tumbling through the icy vastness of space. Yeah, that is the worst that could happen. Jeez. So yeah, thanks for that. Looks like it's sketchy as hell, but it's also the best lead we'd like to find. If you want to follow up, plot a course to Bella. Well, the client. I'm there. That's the planet I'm at, isn't it? Contract to meet with our company mystery client is ready for review. The command center, take a look when you're ready. Mech warriors have picked up a fair amount of combat experience over the last few drops. Head to the barracks to review their dossiers and direct their training. Don't forget, you can check on the state of our finances from the terminal in your captain's quarters. If you ever want to change our mercenary company's name or symbol, you can do that from there too. Oh yeah, I had a quick look at that last time. Makers gain experience, need your guidance, Mark 3. If you head to the barracks, you can direct their training. Thank you, you've already told me that one. But okay, financial report's due in 15 days. I guess we should check our finances. I mean, we've got a fair bit. Okay, we're expected to pay 262,000 per month. Ensure your company's operating costs, ranging from Spartan to extravagant. The specific level determines how far your company funds will stretch and whether morale is positively or negatively impacted. Company morale. Ooh. Overall morale of your crew and mech warriors out of a maximum possible 50 points. Morale is carried over into battle, where you can use it to trigger specific actions to increase your mech warriors' effectiveness. Morale can be raised by more lavish spending on salaries and luxuries, as well as constructing recreational upgrades in the dropship. Be careful, if your morale is too low, you may encounter negative events. Wait, we can upgrade this ship? Not yet, it must be something I unlock. Still, our finances are actually pretty good. I wonder if there's anything different in the store here, actually. Let's check that. And then I think we're going to call it. Panthers, 82s and 5s, flamers, lasers, LRMs, MGs, SRMs. Seems to be all the same stuff, actually. Yep. Yep, that seems to be all the same stuff. So, we've got a couple of things. I need to make some choices. I've done a bit over 3 hours of recording in this, because, you know, I actually had time to do it, which is why this series has not appeared until now. I don't think I got more than dinged, so minor damage seems to auto-repair itself. Yeah, only minor damage, so nothing needed fixing. So, I've got 3 hours odd of recording. Well, actually, just over 3 hours. And I think I'm going to go for like an hour-ish. Something approaching an hour per video on this. So, it's going to release every once in a while. It won't be... It'll ease the pressure slightly, because my channel's crept into the territory of like too many things going on at once again. And I'm kind of curious to see how much of that 3 hours of recording is going to be black loading screen. I'm not too hopeful. I'm going to estimate, I suppose, maybe something like a sixth of it. I'm not hopeful. Those loading screens are really bad. Let's be fair. But still, other than that, this game is pretty darn solid. So, this has been I Am Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. And I'll catch you all some other time. Maybe for some more Battletech, or some other stream or video series. Whatever might be your viewing pleasure. Yes. I'll see you all later.